activity. PIOJ Director General Dr. Wayne Henry, during his quarterly briefing this morning, said the short-term prospect for the Jamaican economy is generally negative, reflecting the impact of the passage of the storm.
This outlook stems from the devastation which the Category 5 hurricane had on residential and productive assets, to include the housing stock, the electricity generation, transmission and distribution network, the road network, and water supply infrastructure. It is expected that there will be a significant fall in output and demand during the short to medium term. This outturn would end the 3 consecutive quarters of economic growth, which reflected the gradual recovery following the passage of Hurricane Beryl and Tropical Storm Raphael during the latter half of 2024. The extent of the damage from Hurricane Melissa is unprecedented and far-reaching, affecting all industries. This is expected to result in increased unemployment, weakened demand, and output.
Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, Dr. Wayne Henry. Dr. Henry explained that the expected economic contraction for October to December 2025 is primarily expected to be transmitted through agriculture and tourism. He said the 7 hardest hit parishes accounted for approximately 74% of total hectares of land devoted to domestic crop production, as well as a significant share of animal farming and export crops. Tourism is expected to suffer, with those parishes representing approximately 89% of the country's total hotel room stock. Dr. Henry said damage to infrastructure, the temporary closure of all 3 international airports, reduced capacity when flights resumed, and a Level 3 U.S. advisory issued in November are all expected to push visitor arrivals downward. For the fiscal year ending March 2026, the economy is projected to decline between 3 and 6%. However, Dr. Henry stressed that the estimate may change as more information becomes available. And the PIOJ says the national poverty rate was estimated at 7.8% of the population last year, compared with 8.2% in 2023. Dr. Henry said given the margin of error, the 2024 rate is statistically similar to 8.2% recorded in 2023. In 2024, Jamaica's Survey of Living Conditions results indicate that poverty estimated at levels similar to 2023 despite economic shocks. He explained that extreme poverty remained at 2.7%.
The relative stability of the poverty rate occurred in a year of economic disruption as real GDP contracted due to weather-related shocks, which reduced agricultural output and rural earnings. However, the government's targeted relief interventions, a moderation of inflation, and increased employment helped to preserve household consumption. In providing context, note that in 2012, poverty in Jamaica was 19.7%. That meant nearly 1 in every 5 Jamaicans was consuming below the poverty line. Poverty rates have since trended downwards, but spiked
2024 result reflects stability across all regions of the country.
In the Greater Kingston Metropolitan Area, GKMA, poverty was recorded at 2.5%, relative to 3% in 2023. The rate in the GKMA was the lowest across regions, consistent with historical trends. In other urban centers, OUC, the rate was 9.4% for 2024, relatively unchanged from the 9% recorded in 2023. In rural areas, which historically experienced the highest rates of poverty, the rate was 11% compared with 11.5% recorded in 2023.
Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, Dr. Wayne Henry. Food poverty refers to the inability of a household to afford the minimum daily calorie intake required for good health. Transport and Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says Jamaica has sufficient fuel supplies to meet the demands for energy during the recovery efforts following the damage caused by Hurricane Melissa. He gave the update during a statement before the House of Representatives this afternoon.
Madam Speaker.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall never wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. The Lord God Almighty is our shepherd, we shall not want. He maketh us to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth us beside the still waters. He restoreth our soul. He leadeth us in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadows of death, we will fear no evil. For the Lord Jesus Christ is with us. His rod and his staff, they comfort us. The Lord Jesus Christ prepares a table before Colin Anthony Bell Shaka Fame in the presence of my enemies. The Lord Jesus Christ anointed Colin Anthony Bell head with oil. Colin Anthony Bell cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow Colin Anthony Bell all the days of Shaka Fame life. And Shaka Fame, Colin Anthony Bell, will dwell in the house of the Lord Jesus Christ forever and ever. Amen. Welcome, Talk Jamaica. We do it on a Sunday morning when we are available. It's not a show that we invite guests. It is a show for you to talk. So from we start to finish, 90 minutes, we open the phone lines and we say Talk Jamaica. We want Jamaicans' voice to be heard. We want Jamaicans to say what is on their mind. Yeah, man. Happy Sunday, everybody. Morning, morning, morning. It is a pleasure being here with you all this morning. Yes. And the new system up and running. We love it. We love it. And of course, we are powered by Ustream this morning, by StreamYard into YouTube this morning, the way we like it. So we just want to say big up to everybody, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to Portland Spice TV. We told you yesterday morning that we are diversified the channel. Yeah? You said, Colin, zoom out little. Am I too close to you? That's better? Yeah. So, we are diversified the channel. We're bringing on more people. So, as I said to you, what? Why we stay so? We never stay so last night. We never stay so last night. I just realize it now, peeps. Let me see if I can, what can I do to it. Yeah. But they're really, really way up. Way up. I don't understand why we so close. What is it that we need to do to get this fixed? Because we tested the system last night and we were all good. We were all good. Let's see if we can sort this. Let's see if we can sort this. Camera. Let's see if we can sort this. So we're trying to fix this zoom here. So we can, I don't know why we zoom up so much. Let's see what we can do. That's mic setting. Nah, not that. Just give me a minute. As we say, it's a new system we're using. Using a new system. So I could see if we can address it. No, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. And we'll work on it. We working on it. We working on it. All right, I could see if there's any change. No. So that's still not it. That's still not it. And no. So we're working on it. But you're hearing us. And we want to welcome you. We want to open the phone line. Because as I said, this program is geared towards you. It's called Talk Jamaica. And it's about giving you the opportunity to speak your mind. 876-804-7072. Yeah? Quality. Let's see if we can do anything from here. 876-804-7072. We have a whole heap of issues to talk about this morning. There is GPS that we need to talk about. There is the cleanup. But what are your views on those of you who were on yesterday? You would have heard Philip Paulwell on the platform speaking about the whole thing of GPS dealing with the whole aspect of the money. We have a call. Talk Jamaica. Morning.
Colin,
Hey, nephew. Hello.
how you do?
Nephew, I'm good. You know what going on with you?
Well, I just called you. I just called you to tell you that the Jamaican people have to count their blessing
Yes.
and give the good Lord thanks that is a GLP in government
Hello.
with this eating of Melissa.
Yes.
Because if it was the PNP, dog would have eat all of us supper, included yours.
Oh.
You understand me? So a GLP in government, thank the good Lord that they win the September 3rd general election and the recovery of Jamaica with much faster and to fear the suffering of the Jamaican people.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was ever Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and Maitland Campbell, PNP government, Lord, we would have sucked salt through on the spoon, Colin, and you would know that we're not going to talk it like me. And when I come here and say it, I don't say it with no politics in mind. I say it for the betterment of the Jamaican people.
Okay.
So far, the amount of things have been done so far, we have come a far way with this kind of it. You understand? And the amount of countries which is coming on board, led by the USA, we have to give thanks and say thank you, Lord, for anti-wholeness and the Jamaica Labour Party government. And I know your followers also would want to agree with me, but because of the politics, and I understand all of that. But I don't come here with any politics this morning. I come here for what is the best for the Jamaican people. We have seen a lot of schools now in those hard-hitting parish is now trying to get back school.
Nephew.
Yes.
I allow you for speaking.
Yeah, man, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen to you now.
No, man, I agree to make you speak some more, but I just want you to know that I have a few questions for you.
Yes, yes.
All right, go right. Finish up your talking.
No, I'm just saying, yes, the communication company, the floor, and the judicial have really let us down. But they said they are battle it. JP, JPS is also getting the act together. We still have a far way to go, but we are still doing well where JPS is concerned. It could be worse based on the damage they have got. But on a whole, Colin, without any doubt.
Hold on for me, nephew. Hold on. Hello, good morning.
And Mr. Bell.
Hold the line for me. Don't move. Hold on. So, nephew.
Yes.
Me and you know.
Yes.
So you are saying, is the government doing a good job with the recovery and restoration and relief?
Yes. Yes. I am saying that.
Then, nephew, when the Prime Minister said, well, how much people the Prime Minister says is affected?
I hear a figure one time that they try them. They are doing their what they call them information gathering, and they want to reach a target of some 30,000.
No, man. No. Listen to the question. How many people did the Prime Minister say is affected by Hurricane Melissa?
I just don't remember.
Don't remember. How many people did the head of ADPEM say that was affected by Melissa?
I hear some persons quoting some figure of over
Nephew,
1,000.
Nephew, may I ask you specific people? You know, me I talk about the people in authority. Me not talk about social media and people where run them mouth. Because the Prime Minister said misinformation must be dealt with, and I agree. So let's deal with the people with authority. The Prime Minister gave a figure. The head of ODPEM, ADPEM, the major, gave a figure.
I heard a figure of over 1,000 still in shelter.
Well, on nephew, top man. I tell you all the while, no, come with propaganda. And if you come with facts, we can have a reasonable discussion. The head of ADPEM said 360,000 people was affected terribly down the west by Melissa. The Prime Minister said over 900,000 persons were affected. Nephew, let's use the number that ADPEM gave out.
Yeah, but what I know, Colin,
yes.
When you say affected, yes, you can affect it, but that doesn't mean I really need any assistance, really. So I'm dealing with the numbers.
All right. So then, you chat that and you never remember the number. The 360 are people who are terribly affected who need assistance. How many packages ADPEM said them give out up to last week?
I do have that figure with me.
All right. So let me tell you, ADPEM say between the government and some partners, they gave out 115,000 packages, right? And each packages can serve a family for 4 days. At the time that the question...
A family of 3.
For 4 days. Yeah, generally, no. So the ADPEM said that a family of 3 for 4 days. When the question was asked, 21 days was gone. Damian Crawford said to him, that mean only 1/5 of the people them you touch. Where the ADPEM, where the Director General of ADPEM say. What him say?
No, tell me no, Colin, man.
What you mean tell you?
No,
want you for know. You come here, you come over here, come dump out garbage. You must know. Don't ramp with me.
Colin. You grant me the respect of listening to me.
Yes.
And it's my time now to listen to you.
No.
So
more you answer my question then because you come talk a whole heap of rubbish. ADPEM say only 1/5 of the people who are in need was touched by them, by the government. 1/5. So by the government number, if them only reach 1/5 of the persons that needed assistance, you call that the government doing a good job?
All right, let me ask you this, Colin. Do you really believe that if it was a PNP in government, the PNP could have reached the end of the number you are giving me?
Yes, we would.
don't think
Nephew,
government.
nephew,
Yes,
let me ask you a question. The hurricane was on the 28th of October.
yes.
Today is over a month. Have you gone down to the west to look at the devastation?
No. I've seen on video. I haven't gone there.
I've seen on video.
Yes.
Have you called anybody down there to find out what is taking place down there?
Well, yes. I've spoken to fellow brothers and sisters there, and it's very awful based on what.
And how are they managing?
Well, remember now, you have private sector.
How them say them are managed? That me ask you.
Well, honestly, Colin, as I explained before, people is surviving and the government, as I said, have been doing a very good job.
Are you aware that there are people down there still sleeping on the tarpaulin? Are you aware that there are people between Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Hanover, and St. James still sleeping on the tarpaulin?
Remember the government.
Are you aware, yes or no?
I'm surprised because the government said it will take about 3 to 4 months.
Jed, hold on, man. Neville, me's a simple man, you know. Me ask very simple question. Are you aware that there are people down there sleeping under 2-sheeter zinc, sleeping under tarpaulin,
I don't know. No, make it look like that. I don't know. Nobody can sleep on a 2-sheeter zinc.
Oh?
Nobody can sleep on a 2-sheeter zinc. This is madness.
Neville, then that means you don't know where I'm going down at west. I've gone down there 3 times. Can
you put a picture on your TV beside you showing people living on a 2-sheeter zinc?
Me not have that picture, but me have a picture with a man living in an old vehicle where them throw a tarpaulin over. So me can show you that. That come on TVG. But the question I want to ask you.
Yes.
You think a month after the hurricane, people should be in shelter, sleeping on desktop and on floor with no mattress?
Colin, you didn't expect. I'm answering your question. You didn't expect with this type of disaster, within a month, things will be back to where we're coming from?
No, not at all.
Not done. Thank you very much.
No, but you see how me answer your question straight?
Yes.
Let me tell you, if a PNP government was in power, what would have happened?
Yes.
If the PNP was in power, people who are vulnerable, who lost everything, would be moved out of the area. People who have disabilities and have no assistance, no help, we would have moved them out of the area. We would have evacuated some of those people out of those areas. Put them in place like Braco Village, hotel where the government own. Put them in place like the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, where they can get good medical care. People who are on insulin, when they have no current now, and can't get them insulin because the insulin need to be refrigerated. We would have made provisions for them. Have the government made any provision for those people?
Colin.
Answer the question.
I'm answering a question. I heard Ralston Iman on your program up to yesterday saying that the government is broke.
Tell her!
I heard it.
What you just say?
Make us finish the point. A PNP take over government September 3rd. Face a disaster the 29th and October, less than 2 months. Were able to accomplish these things without money, Colin?
The government broke, Neville.
No.
No, you just said, so you believe the government broke?
I don't say the government is broke. I said I heard Ralston Iman on your program.
Say the government broke. So do you believe that the government is broke?
No, I don't believe.
You don't believe that the government is broke?
I don't believe.
So therefore, you believe that the government could do better than what they are doing?
No.
So hold on. Are you saying that this government is doing the best that can happen?
Yes, I think so.
Wow.
The Prime Minister said it.
They are doing the best.
The Prime Minister.
And you have people And you have, I saw old man on TV, Jason Neville. TVJ interviewed this old man, him a walk, and him say him a walk go up one place, go see if him can, if they will put him up for the night. Him sleep up the 2 nights already upon a chair. You think that should be happening, Neville?
Curly, you see one say that it's just under what? 800 to 1,000 people.
We never said that.
Well,
We said 900,000 and 360,000.
900,000. Beg your pardon. You said 900,000 people have been displaced.
I never said displaced, affected.
Wait,
Neville, little more. May I take a next call because you grow the thing. You answer a question later. Have a good one, my brother. Hello, good morning. Welcome, Talk Jamaica. Neville say the government is doing a good job. Wow. A good job. I don't know if anybody else think the government is doing a good job. I say it right here. Government is doing a poor job. Morning, Talk Jamaica.
Good morning. Good morning to your viewers.
Yeah, man. Hold on for me. Don't move. Hello, morning. Hold on there. Go ahead, caller. Yes, caller, go ahead. 812, go ahead.
Okay, sorry, I was saying, I really don't like how dishonest. In my opinion, I think Nefe was being really dishonest.
Yeah, man.
Because we see on the news, and we see on social media how deplorable these people are being. Leptospirus cases, like deaths, are going up more and more every day. I know we have more than 10. I think the last time we checked, it was 14 people had died from leptospirosis. People still not being evacuated from these areas. So, me not understand. Really and truly though, Mr. Bell, when Nefe was saying, if we think that the PNP would have done a better job, that didn't sit well with me, because this isn't really necessarily about a PNP versus JLP. This is whether or not the government is doing a good job at managing this crisis or resolving this crisis overall, and not just a PNP or JLP thing. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Bell, if it was PNP in a power right now, and I keep up there food, we would have a problem with it just the same,
Then the most people we are talking about.
This don't have nothing to do with a political party right now. We just have to be willing to admit to ourselves that this is a lackadaisical approach to this crisis resolution, and then figure out ways how we can get on board with making progress. Because I'll be honest with you, if it weren't for the private sector and the individual people running down to the west,
people dead for hungry down that. Dead for
it would have been a worse situation. So, World Central Kitchen, they reported that they have served over 2 million meals already.
Yeah, man.
Meal to the people for the past 4 weeks.
Hold on for me. Hold on. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bell. Good morning.
Hold the line. I'm coming back to you. Yes, sir. Continue.
Yes. World Central Kitchen feed over 2 million hot meals already. How much has this government given to the people? We. How much we give to one people? Because when World Central Kitchen decides that they're going to help another nation, because I know Jamaica alone in the world and other countries need help too. When they decide that they're going to leave, what's going to happen to the people? They're going to starve now? We just have to admit that more could be done and stop playing this partisan thing.
What the government is doing is not adequate.
Yes.
They are doing, but it's not adequate. The government, by their numbers, are at 20% of what they are supposed to be doing. 20%, Mr. Prime Minister. That's where you're at. That's your numbers, not ours. Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Talk Jamaica, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Bell. Good morning.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I just sit down and make pressure go. But guess what, man? Me and this man nephew I win him. I said if Mark Goldie did win, if PNP did win.
You know what I forgot to tell Nevio, Carla? That if PNP did, you know what I forgot to tell Nevio? That if PNP did win the election, Hurricane wouldn't come.
Okay, that's a one. And the next thing, if Mark Goldie was the prime minister for this country, nobody wouldn't have sent Elizabeth no. I suffer.
Hold on, Carla. Hold on. Hello, morning.
Morning, Mr. Bell. How are you doing, sir?
Hold the line. We're coming right back to you. Yes, Carla. Finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. Because people in the world would have donate more. And Mr. Vaz said 300 planes with cargo and this and that. All of them would have distributed out. The sleeping bag them would have issue. The tent them would have issue. The old people and Dr. Daz, and Campbell, everybody would have get to work.
Listen, man. If the PNP was in power and this happened, definitely some people would be in the Trelawney multipurpose stadium now. Some people would be in Braco village. We would have
time.
I have shown there's a video, a drive through Black River on Portland Spice TV. That was done Thursday. Thursday it was done. You see, the place not start clean up yet?
I watch you. Every move you make, me watch you. No matter me, I want your fan.
Thank you very much.
You see everything.
So
and this man come here tell with foolishness. Eh?
No, but
you get we have the thing them there. He might go loan generator. Then afterward, he might go buy generator.
Listen,
and in this and in this and in that.
Up until Tuesday of this week. Last week. The week we just done. Up until Tuesday of last week. The Money police station never have a generator.
And
the government have generator sit down pan.
Thank you. And this man come here talk proper people ears.
Sure.
He may say the pressure just boil up.
Sure. Nobody make him make your pressure go up too high. Yeah.
And then the next thing, he want to silence social media with the people who have make a tremendous aid to the people. If Mr. Andrew only a one house, he cut a ribbon, everything he do, and now when time it has backlash, he want to talk about the people have to put everything on people to have dignity. If they have dignity when the people have a fight over KFC, did they have any dignity? Or when it should have had man court going say Jamaican people have fight the KFC when they feeding dogs? Eh?
All right, Carla.
You never remember that. You never remember that. Now this man is getting sick, disrespectful, and I talk about him got toe-to-toe with people, and if a war. Mr. Prime Minister, you take a job where you expect to get criticism, whether you do good or bad, or whatever. You can't be so thin-skinned. Come out of Parliament, man, and give it to a person who can manage it. Come out of Parliament, brother. All you do is stifle Jamaica. In my personal opinion, I feel say you, Mr. Prime Minister, glad said the hurricane come, but your story said never come harder, no more people dead. That is not my opinion.
Thank you.
Your BM. Your Minister of Information said the money, all of the aid that will come with that ad payment. None of them not spend it.
No, well, Carla, listen. You see that money with the ADPEM? I personally don't expect any of it would have been spent as yet. However, the government would have been spending money from the consolidated fund. So they should be able to tell us how much money they have spent on the relief efforts so far. And then you'd have pay about that with the money we are coming. Because remember, the money is still coming in. So let's be fair and be rational. The money we are coming in for the hurricane, the donation, that wouldn't start spending yet, but he would be spending from the consolidated fund.
Okay. So what happened to the gift them? The generator,
all of them they should have given out already.
The food and them thing there.
There you go.
What are them thing there?
The tents, the sleeping bags, the generator, all of those things should be issued. But guess what, Carla? The government is moving on slow. When I go down to the west, one question I make certain I ask the people, have you seen anybody? No, Thursday when I go down there, I find out from some people in Lacovia, and they say, yes, people come and take them name and them number. But you have to remember now that Southwest St. Elizabeth have a GLP member of parliament. Yes. So there are people in there who have admitted to me that, yes, people come to them, take them name, them number, take pictures of the damage and all of that. But when I go into the PNP areas, nobody not going there yet. Nobody not going there.
Look at that. Look at that. No, Mark Golding never expect everybody to vote for him. So neither should Andrew Golding, but we are one country.
Well, one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you without any fear of contradiction, when it comes to political victimization, the labor rights are bitter. No ramp. No ramp. Anyway, caller. Thank you for the call.
Well, I make a calling.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I want you to give me a call when you finish the show. Write down my number where I talk to you.
Yeah, man. Me see.
And call me, please.
All right.
That's personal issue. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
876-804-7072. Talk Jamaica. We're talking the thing them. Yeah, man. They're bitter. Me have personal experience of political victimization under this GLP-led administration, under this Andrew Holness-led administration, like they like to say it. And me can talk it. Me have documentation. Yeah, man. So, one of the things I constantly saying to them, govern the country. Stop running your political party from Jamaica House. Morning, caller. Talk Jamaica.
Pardon, Mr. Taka.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
We there do it, you know. We are do it.
Yeah, we have to do it, you know.
Yes, man.
Yeah, I think the Prime Minister at his arrogant self again. Yeah, man. Him thinking I show up again, you know. Anytime you see anytime that you touch him can, you know. He always come out and talk foolishness.
Hear what him say when you touch him can. Hear what him say. When you touch him can. Hear you now. Hear him.
And it is one thing that you will see about me. Me not afraid of nobody. All who want her, make me one. Me will go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it. And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so. Yeah. So make them, and as many memes as they can make, I can make it too. So it's going to be war.
War.
Because we cannot allow the people.
Yeah, the man says, sir, it is going to be war.
The man love war, you see? The man love war, you know?
Yeah, man.
That's why I tell you, say, he will never give Mark Golding. Mark Golding touch him can already with the wife, you know. So he will never forgive Mark Golding, you know.
Yeah, but him have a member say him wife are the speaker of the house, him wife is a member of parliament.
Yeah,
so if you can't take the heat, take her out of the kitchen.
The man begged over that man. If they cut the man, that's no blood.
No, sir.
Yeah, man, a hypocrite man. And the man I give the one house. The man did everything, you know.
But listen this caller. The man promised 10,000 social house in 2016. To date, he has not built 1,000. If he had built those 10,000 social houses, let's minimize it. Let's say 3,000 would have done our west. It's 3,000 houses less would have been destroyed, you know. You understand?
Yeah, the man lot of promises the man make. The man don't live up to promises.
No.
You understand?
And I don't know how people could say the government is doing a good job. They're not doing a good job. They are at, I hope now by now they might reach about 30% of what they should be doing. 30%. People are down there bathing in rivers where spring up out of nowhere. washing in them, me see it for myself. Them are swimming at the water, them are washing at the water, and all them kind of thing there. And therefore, the threat of leptospirosis and other outbreak like dengue and all them something there is higher.
But the man tough can make Mr. Dawes come out and tell him say them things they are going to happen.
Yeah, man.
They see it. The government they made a plan top of things because why him have made the opposition come out come tell him say them things they happen.
Let me tell you something. This government is not protecting the people down the west. You hear Dayton Campbell come out with it and say that they are asking the people to move out of the shelter. Because to date, we still have 1,400 Jamaicans in shelters, which are mostly schools. Now, the Ministry of Education is saying that they want the schools to reopen. But the people are still in those shelters, sleeping on bench, sleeping on floor. Them not have no mattress, but they are still in those shelters because they have nowhere to go. You understand? And because them not have nowhere to go, make them still in the shelter, them, you know.
Government badness, man.
Dayton say if them try move the people, him go block it himself. Because you can't take out people out of shelter and put them where them not have nowhere to go. The government should have evacuated some of the people. Provide temporary, that is what you call temporary shelter. Temporary shelter can't be 2 years. The temporary shelter must be somewhere for 2 months or 3 months while you clean up the area and start to build back.
Government incompetent.
Yes. That little old man I saw on TVJ. The whole of the man was blown down. The man say, I want suit to close him up. Him should have that Bracco village in a clean bed. I get 3 meals a day. And I seen doctor come visit him. That's what the government should have done. Mothers with 2 children lost everything. They should have been moved out. Yeah?
And information minister come talk about you have to go wait in the next 30 days.
Listen, man, the government is uncaring and they lack understanding. They're missing the magnitude of this disaster. And they are about to cause a man-made disaster on the people them down in the West with their slow movements. And you know who else guilty? You know who else guilty? All I want social media cheering on the government with the rubbish. You are as guilty and as culpable.
Mr. God declare war upon the people them again.
Sure. All me no really.
Mr. Man, me no know. I mean, I say, only a ninja can kill a ninja still.
All right, my brother. Little more.
Yeah, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Taxpayers in Jamaica, watch it. Taxpayers. We had a discussion with Philip Paulwell yesterday morning. And we'll cut it off and put it on the channel so you can watch that by itself. Because all Jamaicans need to watch that interview. Hold on, caller. That interview we did yesterday with Philip Paulwell. Every concerned Jamaican, every well-thinking Jamaican must go watch it. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, sir. Just 1 or 2 points I want to add to your show.
Yes.
Listen, when persons talking about say the government broke or there's no money, I've heard the Prime Minister say people come to him with ideas. He has the money. It's the government money. So when it's PNP, JLP, the JLP out of office, the money will be there for the PNP to use. It is very, very clear. If the PNP was government in office today, what is happening right now, the fiasco that's taking place would not be taking place, believe it or not. That is my opinion, and I think that's it. So say the majority of Jamaicans, which is what is happening out here. 20% PNP would have covered more than 50% of the island.
We would have
People talking here, the PM talking about this social media, they go out and they hand out and they keep doing photo ops. No, a lot of persons who get paid, they want to show the people, listen, we collected these things from you and we are giving it out. We're not keeping it for ourselves.
Of course.
We want you to see what we are doing.
When I go down
Transparency.
there, Transparency. The only time, well, even the first time I went down there, I got sponsored. Because the first time I went down there, me take up my money, spend it, and the man down a Coronation Bakery match what I spend. From that, every other time I go down there from that, and the people them watch this channel and subscribe to this channel, send money, come give me, and say, get some things and go give the people. So when me go down there, me have to show pictures.
Perfect. Transparency.
It's a TV station me running up. And everything come from it. So me have to show the people them and tell you something else. The people them down there want to be seen, they want to show them face.
Of course.
In fact, I remember we show a video from St. Elizabeth. The first time we went to middle quarters. When we went back the second time, you know what the people them tell us, say? They had relatives abroad that could not get in touch with them. And one of the relatives in New York saw them on Portland Spice TV. Screen record it and send it to their relative in Canada. And that's how they got comfort.
Of course. These are things I'm saying. The government, they claim that they had a disaster plan. There was no plan. Absolutely. My take on it, you have a plan and you're going to have the 5 categories of hurricane. If there's a category 1 hurricane, this is the minimum we should expect. Category 2, and they have, and of course you do a plan. They are going to, attach figures. Yeah? They're claiming, and I'm saying they had no plan. Yes, they talk. People talking about, yes, the Prime Minister come out and say this. I would like to hear the Prime Minister speak the truth when they come on radio.
You see?
That is very, very important. I would like to hear him speak the truth. He's talking about declaring war on people. No, he's no Jamaican more than you and I. We are looking out for our country, and the people are grieving, the people are hurt. When things are going all right, you don't see people coming and here talking about it, they need assistance, because people have to put their pride aside because they need help.
I want to put out a challenge to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister say I'm not afraid of nobody. And I want to say to Prime Minister, if you are not afraid of anybody, forward on Portland Spice TV and answer some question.
Simple.
Go on straight up with Conrad O'Brien and answer some question. Go on Power Talk with Simon Crosskill and answer some questions. Go on Beyond the Headlines with Dean Jackson Miller. Answer some questions, Prime Minister. Don't just go to your choir. We are ready to host you right here on our channel.
He's asked pertinent questions about what is happening and what they go on a fit. Desmond McKenzie has done it. I remember he was asked something about and he was the life from the pit of hell. When people are telling you they're not accusing, they're asking questions, life from the pit of hell. They're the ones who use those it's psychological. I mean, all they're doing is that playing people's emotion.
Yes,
their advice come back and say the same thing. When they do not want to provide answers, then there's all sort of things. Prime Minister talking about people being bad mind. He's the most bad-minded person in Jamaica.
And one more place the Prime Minister need to go. Real Business with Ralston Hyman.
Ralston Hyman. That is so true.
So if you're not afraid, and Nevio and all the GLP trolls them where I watch, call the Prime Minister and tell him that Colin Bell say you are a coward.
Of course he is.
You're a coward.
And
if you're not afraid, like how you run off your mouth, me not afraid of nobody. Give me an interview. I'll make you one promise because I know what you're afraid of. You're afraid of questions about the Integrity Commission. I will make a commitment that I will not ask you no question about the Integrity Commission in this interview. So, may I take one of your fear? I mean, I know Obi online right now, Obi on the channel right now. I don't know if Obi are going to give him the same guarantee that him not going to ask him no question about the Integrity Commission. I will leave that for a second interview because I would love to talk to you, Mr. Prime Minister, about the performance of the Jamaican economy. I would love to talk to you, Mr. Prime Minister, about your performance in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa and I will ask you some questions about the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, because I know people in St. Elizabeth who not get nothing from Beryl or no.
You understand? So I'm talking about transparency. They will not answer pertinent questions because they can't answer them, and they cannot answer them truthfully or something to that effect. Because I'm saying, and then he's talking about going toe to toe, Cascas petty. So petty when he should be coming out to tell people exactly what he will be doing and what. You so long he's been talking. All he has been doing chat. It's a talk shop, basically.
Yes,
and people want to see action. They're talking about these container homes. Fine. I have a lot of experience in those container homes. And let me tell you, I've worked on a military base, military installation, and we use a lot of those. But you see, when hurricane time, they still move you out of those container homes, They move you out of those and put you in let me say a regular structure there.
And that's why we are saying to the government of Jamaica,
you understand? And they need to understand, if you're going to use them, then you have to do additional things, ensure that they are properly grounded so that it can't be moved. But outside of that, I mean, they can work. I've lived in one of those container homes for like nearly 10 years. And it's a military installation, so they do these sort of things. But they are temporary structures. But what is happening here, I'm saying, from day one, these guys have been lying through their teeth and not coming straight forward. And the people out there, it is the people in social media, the artists, the community helping themselves. And the PNP has been more, on the ground, out there doing more pushing. Because the rest of the government MPs, they can't criticize and do. For first thing, they can't.
They're
not doing it because what will happen. So I'm saying those artists and those people, they are the ones who have gone out there with the relief. When he's saying that they're doing a good job, a lot of the relief took place not by government agencies, but by the general public helping each other out there. That's what happened when the government should have had something out there to do, and they didn't do it.
All right, caller,
and
thank you.
What they should be doing right now. Man, thank you. We'll talk some other time.
Yes, man, definitely. Conrad O'Brien, morning.
Hi, Colin Bell. How are you doing? Good morning to you and your listeners all across the globe, Colin. How are you doing? I see Portland Spice TV growing leaps and bounds, Colin, and want to congratulate you in a big way. You have basically invested a lot of time in this. But Colin, if I may, I want to start a little bit unorthodox this morning. Just to say to the listeners and viewers that our raw material, we in broadcasting and what we do, our raw material is people. And therefore, like the man who is making bread in the bakery, if he doesn't have the flour and so on, or the more flour he has, the more output he can put out there. So this morning, I am making a plea to persons who think we are doing a good job, a reasonable job, or even those who think we may be doing a bad job. We're asking them to basically subscribe to Portland Spice TV. Portland Spice, subscribe to Portland Spice TV, and indeed the Conrad, the Fireman, that's CONRADDA Fireman YouTube channel. Because as I said, the more the merrier. And if you believe that we're doing something that needs to be aired, just hit the subscribe button, like and share. I felt compelled to say that, Colin, because indeed there are a lot of people out there, and we are asking them as the 12th man rather on the field to basically help to advance the progress. All right.
Let's go to the call before you go any further. Caller, morning.
Good morning to you and everyone on the chat and on the line. I watched what's his name? You put him on yesterday. You mentioned him, but my brain is stuck right now into what I want to say about the JPS.
Philip
debacle.
Paulwell was on yesterday. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Paulwell is saying the same thing, that anybody who goes into contracts and have a contract that's going to be changed or anything come that you have to change it, he's saying. First of all, remember, JPS didn't ask for a loan, they asked for an extension. When somebody in contract asks for an extension, then you're looking to, we have a leverage, then say we're going to renegotiate or we're going to put whatever we over here need to be better, as the JLP was saying, to better off the people, because he already did send out and say stuff. So Mr. Paulwell is right. From 2016, he had put in a provision in there that we have a review 5 years. The 5 years, 2020 or 2021, never come in. They didn't do it. They play around it. Now we have another opportunity in this time to put in what our conditions would benefit our people. That's leverage to me. With the JPS, and then he comes with a loan instead of negotiating. Because for one, JPS is already there. Okay, yes, we did say something about, okay, we don't want you anymore, or we have to this. Put that aside, because they could have just said, okay, mash up, and you know what, we are going to pull the investment. You find somebody else to take over what mash up left there. They come and say, listen, give us an extension of 8 years, and we will go get our own financing, and we will get this thing up by what? He said it. Please make sure we quote him, because our prime minister can't tell we say we are tell liar, we misinformed. He said it from that man when named Vaz. Vaz said, quote unquote, that they said they're giving them the loan because they were not willing to give 15 years. And he's pulling back. He's doing this because they will have it up and running by what? January, February, the latest?
Early February,
JPS
say,
not
the end of February.
We will go
early
get our
February.
own financing, and we will have it up by April, May 2026.
Right.
And I recall you saying then, just what? February, April, that's just about 6 weeks to 2 months difference.
Yeah.
Why would we take up so much money to give them?
But caller, also, Darrell said that one of the options was that give them 8 years, and I think his IDB would lend them the money.
Okay.
Obi, you want to come in on that?
Yes.
Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, yes, Colin. And I tell you something. What happened in all of this, it will also give the government, it would not take away the leverage that the government has in order to basically put some criterion on the table as to how you go forward, So as Philip Paulwell has been saying, that reminding Jamaica that the telecom bill was due for renewal in 2038. 2038, and here's minister went in, renegotiate that, and indeed introduce competition. So even at this time, with this window, the 8-year window, the government will have the leverage to basically negotiate some term there. And as the young lady is saying, that why are we giving JPS this money when JPS themselves saying that, listen, we have a window, we can raise our money. All we need is to ensure that we have security of tenure, so that the people who we are borrowing the money from, they feel comfortable, Colin. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Caller?
Yes, exactly. Sign off. Exactly. Anybody, any little, what you call it, high school, doing accounting and principles of business and doing contracts, because there's 5, verb whatever, or 3. They would say the same thing. It's so all that we see happening is only a camouflage.
The thing is, caller,
because everybody's asking the same question.
The thing is,
let me be fair.
Hold on, caller.
How is it possible to guarantee? Where is the guarantees? Then can't say, give me the money, and then they say, you know what? We can't do it, We have to go give we more.
Then that we
come on.
Hold on. That is what is happening to Jamaica now. We are getting sucked in because JPS, with their 2 years leave on their contract, as Philip Paulwell told us yesterday, Obi, JPS can't raise $1. Not even
Absolutely.
dollar.
Absolutely. And let's not leave off the point, Colin. The reason why JPS cannot raise $1 is why?
Lack of tenure.
Absolutely. So
2 years.
therefore, the
Nobody not
government,
lend your money upon that.
the government, first of all, with the man at the helm, the prime minister himself, can deal with it. But he has a line minister in the form of Darrell Valls, who decide that, listen, instead of listening to rational reason and sit at the table, he going to trace everybody and say everybody is bad man. You know, Colin, this country, and I'm speaking to JLP supporter, I'm speaking to PNP supporter, I'm speaking to people who are just looking at Jamaica and just Jamaicans. Let's strip away the fluff and look at what it is. No matter how hard a JLP supporter you are, let's for one moment take a step back and look at what we're saying. And that is why, Colin, we're saying that, listen, we need to speak with, i.e., the Prime Minister and the Minister of Government. They need to talk to us so we can ask them these germane questions, not for Colin Bell, not for Conrad O'Brien, but for the people of Jamaica, Colin. We pay them and they have a duty to come and answer these questions. And don't just believe that, listen, they can only go to a friendly host who going basically play battle up and catch. We want to ask a real question, not to embarrass anybody, but to get the information out. To get information out.
All right,
because
Carla,
these are real
Wrap.
issues, real life issues affecting our people. And the economy won't move if we get stuck into these people up there. All the people he said they elected is there playing dolly homes.
All right, caller. Thanks for the call. We talk again. 876-804-7072. Talk Jamaica. This is a show where we give you the opportunity to speak. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, good morning, Colin Bell, and good morning, Conrad O'Brien. Big up to yourself for keeping it.
Good morning.
Although Ralston did, I want to give him a big up because I tell you the information that Ralston keep on putting out. Keep on coming out more credible and credible every day as we see. But you know, Colin, you know, when I went on Twitter today, I saw Floyd Green put up on his page, say, KFC is open, Black River KFC is open. Now you tell me now, the people in a devastation, the people in a destruction, and all you have to tell the people KFC Black River is open.
Yes, sir.
How can you be so tone deaf?
KFC,
some terrible condition. The people in a leptospirosis are spread, and Colin, as a matter of fact, every day in Kingston, we see traffic every morning because the people from the west, they're coming now into Kingston,
yes,
which, you know, say, the diseases will be spreading. Right now, go stay out west. Because the people need accommodation.
Of course.
From day one, the Trelawney Stadium, they could have turned it in a 10 city. Portable toilets could have been placed there.
But Carla, the Trelawney multi-purpose stadium, and I want somebody correct me, have at least 45 bathrooms ready.
48 together, Colin. 48
ready.
Yes.
Oh my. You see?
And remember, some of it cover. You have places where changing, you have changing room there where you could have put people in. You could have put some family in them. You have covered area where you could have put family in them. Then you have the field where you could have put tent pan and put family there. You understand?
Yeah.
We are talking about mothers with young children when them house totally devastated. We are talking about the elderly. We have chronic illness. You could have put them there down at Bracco village.
Colin and Carla, I am afraid I have to use the word callous. I'm seeing callousness from this administration. And believe me. Well, I want to say that, you know, it's so tough sometimes, Colin, because when you hit, but we have to put on a layer of skin and not afraid of the criticism, because when you say these things, people come down on you. But what else can you say? If you have mothers, young children, elderly, people with chronic illness, and so on, and they're out there at in the open air, and there are things that our government can do. What other word can you use to describe them than callous? They're callous.
Obi, I don't know if you see the piece on TVG, right? Where them show a man of an old vehicle where him park for about
Yes, man. Yes, man. I saw it. I saw it.
And him threw a tarpaulin over it. And that him living in. And him have a bucket where him defecate in. Zin? So when you defecate in that bucket there, which part it go? And Nevio, come here this morning. Come tell me, say the government is doing a good job. Nevio, you're wicked. You're a wicked man.
Nephew, well, first thing to begin with, Colin, and I'm going to use the word.
Hold on, Obi. Go ahead, Carla.
On top of that, imagine in all of the disaster we're going. We have Donald Vaz and the Prime Minister have time to take every social media information. If somebody come out and say something, Donald Vaz supposed to be very busy. Or he have time to respond to every Twitter comment, every Twitter tweet. What won't find the time?
So it is not a quest to save people and to take care of the people, but to fight the social media war. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, Colin, the caller started out talking about Floyd have up there, say KFC is open. I'm sending Floyd a message. I maybe you say cabinet tomorrow. So Tuesday, I'm inviting Minister Green to come and talk to us about the food security and what happened leading into the Yuletide season, Colin. We want to know who are getting the import license and all of those sort of things to bring food in, and what will be imported in Jamaica. Because, Colin, all of those information and Carla is very germane to us moving forward, because it's a time now when the thing is poised for all sorts of export or import license to be granted and so on. We need to get some information from the line minister as to how this will go, Colin. So there's a million other things.
I can't bet you that man will know not about agriculture get license to import food.
Well, my brother, it's a very, very sad situation. And as I said before, we understand that there are some persons out there who will say and do whatever. Some of us really just want real answers, want to know exactly what is happening with our Jamaican people. Why are we going the route of container houses or temporary houses when there is a better alternative? We want to know all of those topics. We want to ask those questions.
All right, Carla, you have anything else?
Well, I just want to say that I remember Prime Minister PJ Practicer, Porter Simpson Miller, who's going on the JP side. I never, when them come on that top criticism, I never hear them squeal like a pig like this Prime Minister yet before. And I tell people about ready for war. Well, the Prime Minister, you have declared war on the young men, them already in the country. Right? We don't want to declare war on the entire country now. Please, Prime Minister, not do that. We don't have the time for that. Now is a time to unite the people and bring the people together, not a time for divisiveness and division. You need to stop it, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you so much, Colin, and Conrad, big up yourself as usual.
One love.
Respect, Joe. Respect, Joe.
Jamaica, 876-804-7072. We're going to 11 o'clock, giving Jamaicans a chance to talk. Your host this morning, Conrad O'Brien, Colin Bell. And we're not afraid of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister afraid of we. We're not going to tell him. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes, caller. Morning.
Yes, Colin. Morning.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to address two things.
Yes.
First, agriculture.
Go ahead, man.
You still there?
Yes, man.
Yeah, have you heard the speech that the Minister of Agriculture made concerning agriculture?
In the Parliament?
One thing I want to point it to. Sorry?
In the Parliament?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard some of it.
All right. One thing he said that, he give the amount of money need to be spent on agriculture. And one of the things he made mention of, that is going to give the farmers 6 push behind tractors. Imagine that. After the agriculture has been so badly hit, he can only compete, but technically he doesn't know what he's talking about. He said 6 foot walk behind
tractor
machine. That's technically he should have said tillers. You imagine 6 tillers?
They're not serious about agriculture, my friend. I can't tell you that.
Listen to me. That guy should be sacked of his job, man. He's useless. That guy is either he's brain dead or he's useless. Or can you provide the farmers with 6? He call it walk behind machine, but technically they name it tillers. 6 tillers. It should be 600 tillers to the farmers to bring up the agriculture back to where it was. And these guys are collecting taxpayers' money monthly. This guy is brain dead. And trust me, if he was in England, he couldn't find a job in England. That's why he come back to Jamaica get in the politics. Because these guys are useless.
Yeah.
One other thing I heard the Prime Minister said, the Prime Minister, he's so upset about people giving out stuff and taking pictures. You know what I mean? He's so upset about it. The reason why people have to take pictures, the people who are giving stuff to people, they don't trust people anymore. Because there are politicians who take charity money and they use it for their own purposes.
No, man, there are politicians who use charity money and buy stocks and bonds for themselves. And one person who they say that they investigate and find that to be so is Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
Definitely, and he's taking the people to court. So that's the reason why people want to see pictures taken when they give out charity stuff, so they can feel comfortable at making charity gift to Jamaican people. He's the one who causes people to be using cameras to take pictures of the gift given out to people, and he's always complaining about it.
Well, them say when you point finger, the biggest one point back at you, bro.
I'm telling you, man, that I wonder how you sleep at night.
All right, brother. A little more.
I'll take you, mate.
Yeah, man. Obi.
Colin.
Yes,
Colin. You made a very, very telling point just now as it relates to the finding of monies that come through charity. And again, here is it. It's not Colin Bell saying it. It's not Conrad O'Brien saying it. This was basically investigated by a body that was put in place through the statute of the Parliament of Jamaica called the Integrity Commission. That is there. So when you talk about people having trust deficit in the government, those are some of the things that drive it. And it is there. It is there for all and sundry to see. But the Prime Minister, however, talked about things being given out there. But at the same time, we saw the Prime Minister and his wife out there doing the same thing that the Prime Minister talked about.
So taking pictures. And it's a statement, the Speaker of the House.
We saw the justice minister went down in Zalika's constituency and gave away 60 packages.
Tell
All I do is sort of thing. So I mean, Prime Minister, you have to basically go internally before you go external. And it is, Colin, one sec, Colin. You know, Colin, let's call out the Prime Minister or call out all of those who took on one Miranda Wellington when she dared to use the word war. What are they saying now with the Prime Minister, the head of the stream, literally declaring war
on the people of Jamaica? Tell her. 876 80.
It's a beautiful Sunday morning right here in Jamaica land. Yes, we love Colin. Today is what? The 1st of December, 2020. 2025, Colin. We are what? A mere 24 days from Christmas. And indeed, Colin,
it's do Christmas, Obi. Don't do Christmas.
For first, go ahead, Colin.
Not sharing no Christmas. Not sharing it.
All right. Well, listen, we know what happened, but certainly the month of December, the people of Jamaica have to eat. They want somewhere to lay their weary head, Colin.
Hold on. Today is the 30th of November, not the 1st of December yet. It's tomorrow the 1st. I should have known that.
All right, Colin. Thanks for the correction.
No, so, somebody in the chat room correct me because you carry me with you,
All right, cool. Thanks, that viewer there. Thank you very much. So, Colin.
Let's take a call. Marie's on the line. Marie, morning.
Yeah, morning to the two titans. Look here. What is it? Conrad, they take you on in a cut today, the 30th, when my young daughter's birthday. Anyway,
thank you, dear.
Guys, listen to this.
Yeah.
What is the difference when you have big donor agencies, right? That come and giving out aid and surrounded by their country's flags. What is the difference with somebody giving out aid and videotaping it? Because a lot of times, like you guys have just said, these are donor people money and stuff like that. Even the common little man will take out some light the money and him rent money and whatnot and say, let me buy a bag of rice, flour, whatever. People want to say, let me make sure, say John Thompson say, me did buy the rice, the flour, the oil. I'm gonna send it down. Because as you said, there's a low trust deficit in with a lot of things. So there's nothing wrong with people videotaping. And
Marie,
the minister's wife was
you bring me back to something that I should have spoken about a couple of weeks ago. There is a major American company here in Jamaica doing some donation. I don't know if they are still here. And their uniform was orange.
Yes.
I want to ask the Prime Minister and Mr. Vaz to investigate. Who went to them and asked them why they have to be wearing orange? The person was powerful enough that they had to change to, I think, orange and white. Who asked those donors? A big conglomerate in the US.
Yes.
And they brought in more than one plane load of stuff. And somebody went to them because their uniform was orange and asked them why they had to be wearing orange.
My God.
And the person, the person was of such a statue, Obi, that they had to make changes.
We need to know. Sorry, Marie.
Whether Unite, Ara, Emirates, whatever, anybody that is giving stuff, they want visibility.
Receipts.
Even a country. You see the flag, you see them surrounded, stand up with them flag, all of that. It's branding. For want of a better term. So nothing wrong with that. The Prime Minister will have to depend on one man van. Like. Whenever, I don't want to be misogynistic and stuff like that.
But Marie, the Prime Minister is a shame. Hold on, Marie. And let me tell you what happened, Obi. With all the pictures that have been taken, the Prime Minister cannot now claim that is the government reaching all the people.
Yes.
So what the Prime Minister want to do is to shut down the pictures so that them can say, nobody now ball for hungry. Who you think reach them? You know, the Prime Minister say, people are saying they don't see the government, so when they see the police is what?
Yes, exactly. And you talk about the convoys that went into the West, you know, who carried them, or them reached there. I make a little silly remark like him, like, you know, when Pitney tell Duffy's story about, you know, and like a funny face thing, you know, in a time of crisis, when you're supposed to be serious. This reminds me when Trump did go up Puerto Rico, you know, and they throw paper towel when the people, then when hurricane did hit down there, you know. Look here, whatever Mr. O'Holness is doing, you see, is Trump-esque, if you know, whatever. But I think he must study Trump playbook so much that, you know, he might put him own stamp on it, but you know, the stamp not stamping, as what the people them would have said, you know. So I don't know what he's saying now. And like you said, why are you so angry? Do what you are supposed to do. Do what you we're not really elect prime minister, but for want of a better term, do what you're supposed to do. Then you not have major and the minors and not question some silly little things, but you gotta stop and then Colin and Conrad now. How this card thing when him say him a go give out. How that card thing that go work now. That part them I not understand. I want to know if it's a violation of a person's human rights to deny them like any food or anything that they need. Because that me I think from last night when you hear, you know. So isn't this a violation of people's, you know, basic human rights to food and, you know, eat or anything like that? Over to
There's
you,
another. Oh, let me say this quickly on that, Marie. And Colin, Murray's onto something, because when the Prime Minister talk about, you know, the thing at the corner shop that will basically have, they will be giving out, this will have a certain value on it and so on. The question is, the stuff that will be in the corner shop or wherever, is that stuff that the government will be buying and put into that corner shop so they know will be using monies from the government coffer to give people these quote unquote food stamp to basically purchase it, or these are stuff that we're getting from donors that is supposed to go to the people free of cost, and government actually has no input in this. All of these things, you know, Colin, that is why we need to talk to government officials.
Yeah, but then they don't want to talk, Obi, because I tell you something. The government today doesn't have a plan of how they're going to operate. And that is some of the reasons why they will not come to me, they will not come to you, they will not go to Ralston, they will not go to Dion Jacksonville. I think they will go to Emily and they will go to Cliff Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
But they won't come to us because we are going to ask the pertinent questions. And if you realize, even the Office of Recovery and Resilient and whatever that they put together, that was put together after Peter Phillips basically said, and Ralston and them been saying it. When the Prime Minister was asked if he think that we should build emergency shelters for that purpose, he told Kenneth Russell in the Parliament, no.
Yes, that's the purpose.
And then a week later, or 2 weeks later in a press conference, he now realized that, yes, we might have to build emergency shelters for that purpose by itself. So when you look at those things, you realize that they are not in the know. They don't have a vision of how they want to work this thing out. They are working on it as we go along.
Yeah,
and
man.
Therefore, I am telling Jamaicans that we have a government that is not inspired. Them not have no inspiration. Them not have no connection with the Almighty. So the Almighty now show them nothing. And therefore, that's why we are in the dilemma that we are in. JPS.
It's reactive instead of proactive, Colin and Conrad.
They are not even reactive
it's
because
like you hear people's ideas and stuff, and you know him shoot it down. Then, like, I don't know if he sits with his advisors and then mull it over and then him tweak it and come with it as if to say
no, man, it's not that. What happened? No, hold on, it's not that. After the advisors here The advisor said to him, say, pay my way here, you're crazy, you're mad. That's a good idea. So what they do now, they'll try to repackage it and come with a little sort of difference there. And so because the advisors are not supposed to be foolish people, you know.
Like
The advisors are supposed to be
hold on,
men
Murray.
and women.
Hold on, Murray. Obi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are the advisors to the Prime Minister?
I really don't know, but remember that there are a number of paid advisors to the Prime Minister.
Who are they?
In terms of telling you the name by name, I don't know. But
don't you think that is something that we should know?
Exactly.
Yes.
I asked Ralston the same question and he don't know them either.
Yes.
So that is something that we need to find out. A list of the consultants and advisors who are advising these people. Because one of the things I realized them, like I say in the parliament now, that people are not disaster relief expert. There's one in the parliament, Kenneth Russell, is an authority on disaster relief.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's
just open up a whole kind of jobs for, for friend and company and cumblers and stuff like that. Instead of putting the real people, like Marcus suggested, surround yourself with the people that know what they are doing. Because let's face it, guys, I don't think these people are doing any charity work, Then probably I get some bucks for being advisors. You got to them all, I drive around in a Jeep with logos on it and stuff like that.
No, the advisors, Murray, the advisors are well paid, consultants.
Yeah, but the advisors are well paid.
Yes, consultants to work for sure. And you know who's a big donor, gentlemen? UNICEF, is always a big donor. And you always see them little logo thing. So I don't know why the Prime Minister is so angry. I'm making a silly joke out of it. And and he's disparaging the donors. Him said package I got so package, I'm just paraphrasing here. I'm package I got so. I think that is very disparaging because these are people that have poured their heart and soul into what they're doing and believe in a cause. See, but I know if I don't watch YouTube, but see all this little African guy, one of the big YouTuber from Africa, Wadamaya is here too. I don't know which one of the big place them a shop and buy things,
All right, Murray.
He comes from Ghana. So Prime Minister, you're right there, so.
All right, Murray, give thanks. Give thanks.
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah, go ahead, Obi.
Colin, one of the things that
hold on. Go ahead, Obi.
One more question that we would like to put to the PM. In lieu of the poor of people out there giving these things, how would the people manage otherwise? Because we have seen nothing from the government that would have basically stepped up to the plate to do that. So rather than basically come out and talking nonsense, the PM should be congratulating the people who are out there offering these packages. Before the caller comes in, Colin, I want to say this. We're going into the 5th week now, the full 5 week after the Hurricane Melissa. This morning, Colin, by any measure, if the government was doing what they are to be doing, Colin, tomorrow morning, the Prime Minister should be down and say ground zero or anywhere, filming and say, listen, we have 100 or 200 or 300 structure on the ground and they are at this level in terms of completion. That's what should be happening now.
That's what should be happening. Let's go to the caller. Caller, talk Jamaica. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Like you say, see them shut down Dr. Russell the other day in the parliament. The man who he had the knowledge and they shut him down.
Yeah.
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 They didn't want to hear from him.
But the Prime Minister tell Angela Brownberg that she's not an expert on disaster relief.
Exactly.
Is the Prime Minister an expert on disaster relief?
He's an expert on everything and nothing.
Ronald Jackson was the expert on fire.
In one thing, they was not ready for this. They had no preparation from day one. Colin, I was down there when the storm coming up.
Yeah?
And yeah, man, I was down there. And let me tell you, the next morning, I push out from Stewart Town to go to Ochi. And there was not one chainsaw for cut a tree. Them I forget a truck, chain the trees, and draw them out of the road. Not one Bobby Montague never even have a chainsaw. Nowhere from Straight Town to Ochi, so that include the little short one in Ochi. Because we have to go through Buck, what them call that, Bucktown, to come back out, because that's the black after. And no tree couldn't open. You know. And up to when I left, tree still lies there. Need to cut down and I left at the 8th. And then the airport was not good. Stink. No switch. Everything nasty. In the hot like you want to have a heat stroke. They've never even have a good generator when we are left in the airport a Montego Bay.
Yes.
So them never prepare.
And that's one of the things. That's one of the things they brag about, that they got the airport open within 72 hours after the storm. Now, Manley International Airport was not damaged.
Exactly.
Montego Bay open, but was not functioning right.
Yeah, it was not functioning properly.
No.
Colin and caller.
Didn't function right.
Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Obi.
I just want to take us back to the genesis, because you see, Colin, it's important for us to understand where the whole thing started to go awry, where we got it wrong, Colin. That parliamentary sitting before Hurricane Melissa, when the Speaker of the House, the most honorable Juliet Holness, shut down the opposition when they wanted to have a discussion to advance ideas and so on that would put us in a position of readiness or preparedness for the storm. That opportunity was missed to the point where the opposition had to walk out of the parliament. And if no matter how we splice it and how we dice it, Colin, that's where it's all begun.
Yes, that's where it went here. Yeah, caller.
Definitely. That's when the failure start. Because I watch that one and I see that what they did. You understand? Yeah. So it's an unprepared situation. And I see it all over the place. Well, down to 5 parish, me never go. I mean, yeah, we don't talk much about South Carolina, but them now come back as now.
All right.
I've been there.
All right, my brother.
And I see to myself, South Carolina now come back as now.
All right, party. Respect and thanks for the call.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man.
Bless you, brother. Bless you. Yes, Colin.
Is it true that Lawrence Rowe, former PNP candidate, is now the person in charge of farm work in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security?
That's the information that is coming to me, Colin. Like yourself, I'm going to try to get some confirmation from Mr. Rowe himself. All right, I still have a connection to him, so I'm going to, as a matter of fact, sometime today, I'm going to try to reach out to him and get some clarity on that, because I would like to be able to speak about it tomorrow more authentically. I also hear, Colin, in the same vein, that former candidate turned court now to Labour, Venetia Phillips,
former PNP councillor.
Former PNP councillor and former parliamentary candidate. I gather now that she is in the Ministry of Local Government, in a senior position, and you know, and while it's fine, because if they went out and they did what they had to do, they got rewarded but we just want to clarify, to clear the air, to say that these people are in the ministries, the various ministries. What are their position? Because it's a lay of the land. Of course, they said that election has consequences and people
Yes.
are rewarded. And if they did their heavy lifting, so to speak, or did what they had to do, and if they are being rewarded, more power to them. But we want to know what are their position, and indeed, Colin, it would be interesting for us to even know their salaries.
Let's take a call. Call a morning. Talk Jamaica. Hello?
Sir Bell.
Yes, man. Go
Yes.
right ahead.
Morning, Sir Bell.
Yes, sir. Morning.
And thank you very much for the program and the educational that you're really sending across the world.
Blessings.
Now, we live in a Jamaica, although we don't live in Jamaica, but Jamaica is a prone era for hurricane. Am I right?
Yes, it is. We got one last year and one this year. 2 in a row.
Every year, we have from June 1st till today is the last hurricane season. We live in Florida. Every year, the government prepare. Now,
it's
I
called
don't know if you noticed
Atlantic
this, but
hurricane season.
can you tell me or show me in the 14 parish where we are from 1962 to 2025 an hurricane shelter that any government built from 1962 to 2025?
I don't know of any hurricane shelter that has been built.
So we live into a era that it not surprise me to see an hurricane come to Florida. So should it be surprising to the government of Jamaica that an hurricane, doesn't matter which one, coming to Jamaica?
No, it's not surprising to any government.
All right. So now the U.S. military, we have a military in Jamaica. Am I right?
Yes, we do.
All right. So how the U.S. government military respond so rapidly over the Jamaica Defense Force?
I give you a joke, caller. You see, some of the stuff that we get from America were pre-positioned for the hurricane season in Florida. So they had stuff that they stuck up in Florida for a hurricane to come. And some of those stuff, because the hurricane did not come in America, we get them here in Jamaica. I don't know. I know there was a time when they were putting in some containers to store emergency stuff. I don't know if that is still happening, but it's not shelter. They were storing some stuff for emergency. And I know of about 2 places in Portland that they had containers.
Colin and caller, just one sec. Let me just chime in quickly to say this. Over the years, as the caller correctly said, we have not built hurricane specific purpose centers. We have not. What we have done over the years is to use what we call shelters, such as schools and so on and so forth. The situation is, and again, everything dovetail into one. We have been paying down the debt, overpaying down the debt in a rapid way, and not paying attention to infrastructure, including our schools. So what happened, those areas that would have normally been shelters, they themselves was quite porous and they had issues there. So as a result of that, what we would normally use as shelter, those areas also wanted a shelter for themselves.
Somebody in the chat room is asking me about shelter in Portland. I think you're mixing up a halfway house that was built for homeless people. It's not a hurricane shelter or a disaster shelter. So you're mixing that up. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Now, I have seen hurricane under the other administration, which is the same government. But within 2016 to 2020, there was an hurricane that hit Puerto Rico. And this government did not respond to Puerto Rico help. Jamaica right now get more help from the U.S. military. And today, you have more military in Jamaica, U.S. military, than what JDF totally have. Assisting
is that
with
so?
Melissa.
So you're saying that we have about 9,000 U.S. troops in Jamaica right now? I don't think so. I don't think so.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that building up in the Caribbean.
I know that.
Many Jamaicans wake up this morning, don't even know what's going on in Jamaica.
Well, I don't know if we have so much U.S. troops here, but I am not going to say we don't. I am saying that I don't know that we have more U.S. troops here in Jamaica than our own military force.
Well, the Prime Minister said they didn't have the amount of helicopters.
Yeah, man, that's true. That's true. We only have about 5 helicopters in the JDF.
Right now, if you look at some of the flames in Montego Bay, you have the U.S. Navy, you have the U.S. Coast Guard, you have the U.S. Marine, you have the U.S. Army, and each branch have more helicopter than what JDF have.
Yeah, man, JDF not have no helicopter, brother. U.S. I mean, I happen to spend a lot of time in North Carolina at Fort Bragg. And when you drive past Fort Bragg, that's where they keep the Black Hawk. And when we going to Fayetteville and we driving past Fort Bragg, you're looking at maybe 3-4 playfield worth of helicopter, Black Hawk helicopter. We can't compare. We have about 5 helicopters in our army. Come on.
So when me I try to say the U.S. Army, when me I try to say, Mr.
No, but listen, having more helicopter here than the Jamaican army is very easy, because if the US have 10 helicopter here, it's twice what we have. It doesn't mean that they have more people. I don't think they even have 1,000 people on the ground here. But
Colin,
yeah,
you see, again, it's about information, Colin, because even that is a question that we should basically, we should even be grappling with that. We should even have that information to say that, listen, we have 1,000 or 500 persons from the U.S. military assisting here in Jamaica. That's information, that's basically information that should be a part of the whole, Colin. Say you? So,
and we want to thank the United States government and people for their assistance. We couldn't do it without them.
Most definitely.
Do it without them.
Most definitely.
All right, caller.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Bell. You have a good day.
Blessings, my brother. Thanks for the call. Obi, go ahead, because we're finishing up, we're not going to stay all morning.
Yeah, man. Last week, I must tell you that the caller, while I can't authenticate the number, but certainly there are a number of U.S. military folks who are here on the ground. Last week, Sunday, a little later than now, well, I think it was early afternoon or so, I was en route to Spur Tree.
Hold on,
and right at a gas station there, I saw a number of U.S. military persons there, just looking at them, taking hazarding a guess that there were U.S. military people there, in a number of trucks and so on, and they were there quite busy. And just adjacent to that, I saw a number of what do you call them? Whatever body truck there. Those trucks that carried stuff,
Yeah.
And they had a whole army of people who were clad in, I think it was red, and it was marked, and it's Shaggy. So those persons were a part of the Shaggy team. They were en route to Western Jamaica. I saw them.
You must remember that Shaggy is also a military man,
There you go. So but I'm saying that while the military, they were separate from that crew that I saw in Shaggy's shirt. Don't know if any of them were military, but I saw them by virtue of their gear that they were wearing,
All right.
So It's a lot of things. But Colin, as we
hold on, we have a call. Let's go to Chris before you wrap, Obi. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Colin.
Morning.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I find it kind of ironic that the man that used poor people to win the election by running from pillar to post with every little matchbox house and exploiting them on TV have the gall to now chastise people like myself, by the way, who came down to Jamaica and assisted with the people down in the West.
And Chris is one of our donors right here at Portland Spice TV. And Chris, we want to thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
hi, Chris. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself,
the
Chris.
Prime Minister even formed the words in his mouth to say something so ridiculous. The reason why people go on TV while they're doing these things is because Jamaica is a scamming hotspot. People want to make sure when they take people money and go to Jamaica, they want to say, hey, this is what happened to your money. But I just don't understand how the man who exploit poor people with them little shenanigans with the houses, running from pillar to post, giving out house before the election. This is now upset that people is seen on TV giving out food to people who's hungry, by the way, and need these things. These people not lining up just because they want these things. They're in the situation around them is catastrophic.
Chris.
This man is just such a tribalist that him cannot see anything without the tribalist lens. I do not understand this guy. Boss, you win the election already.
Govern now. Govern.
You don't have to campaign anymore. Just run the country for the sake of all Jamaicans. For God's sake.
Hold on, Chris. Go ahead, Obi.
Chris, how you doing?
How you doing, Obi?
Yeah, man, I'm good. And let me just add my voice, as Colin did earlier, to just really big you up and commend you for what you have done and what you continue to do. Chris, you are so much on point. I found what the Prime Minister did with those houses so despicable, so disgraceful. Because what? These are houses that were paid for out of the Jamaican taxpayer dollar. In the main, the aid that are out there given out, it is out of people's pocket is coming from. But I want to say this, as you mentioned the houses. Here the disgraceful situation with this, apart from basically just out there in the glare and embarrassing a little lady who, for example, she came up on hard time and so on and had to get one of these houses.
Obi, just 1 second, 1 second. There's somebody, Anthony 271771, is saying to us that the Jamaica Defense Force has 15 helicopters in service, consist of 8 Bell 429 utility helicopters and 6 Bell 505 trainer helicopters and 1 Bell. Thank you very much, Anthony. Continue.
All right. Thanks for that. Yes. So, just by way of information, for those who may not have heard that interview and aware, I had Natalie Nita Garvey on my radio program before the election. And she said, Colin, that those indigent houses that the Prime Minister is out there handing out, she mentioned 2 of her constituents, that 2 of those houses were earmarked for. One of the person died before she was able to go into the house. There's another one who I think it was when it was burial was coming. That house was completed. That young lady had 2 children. They knew not, they never have anywhere to go. They approached the MP, Natalie. Natalie said, listen, the house is ready. Move into it. Do you know that after they moved into that house, Colin and Chris and everyone, they had to remove from the house after the hurricane for the Prime Minister to get the opportunity to come for his camera opportunity to cut the ribbon. And I'm saying, hold on, Colin, one second.
No,
and I'm saying,
don't lose the point. It happened right here in Portland too, in the fellowship division. The exact thing that you said.
And I'm saying, if that is not a disgrace and wickedness, Colin, when me taught them something, my eye full of tears, because there's no way. And Mr. Prime Minister, please, I have absolutely nothing against you, sir, but you have to stop them kind of something there. You can't build one house for poor people, and because you have to wait and your schedule to go out there with your team that in any event going to cost Jamaica anywhere between $500 to $2 million for you to go out there to have this photo opportunity to deliver the house. They can't get it. We must burn out them something, that we must repudiate it. We must say it is a disgrace and it is wickedness and it is something that is coming out of the pit of hell. It must stop. Every PNP, every JLP, every NOP must draw a line in the sand and call on the Prime Minister to cease and desist.
Obi, it happened in a place called Seaman's Valley in the Fellowship Division. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Colin. The election is over, and I hope for the sake of the people that, and talking about afraid of this. Boss, we overseas have to live with that too, when you behave that way. We are Jamaicans, man. We feel shame when the Prime Minister of the country behave in that way. You don't need to behave, rise above your station, man. You live in a Beverly Hills and you're the Prime Minister. You have all the trappings. Act like it. Act like you have arrived.
Wait, no more. Where is it? No more Cumberland Road, 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom sometime. From
no.
Mansion time.
Chris,
thanks for the call, Chris.
All
right,
talk. Colin and Obi, talk
Blessings.
to you guys later.
Blessings. Yes.
Do your rap now because that's it,
All right, Colin, just want to say another beautiful show, and thanks to everybody who comes on, who contribute, and just by way of information, I'll be on the 93 tomorrow. I'll be up on my YouTube channel as well, Conrad Obi the Fireman. My guest tomorrow will be, and this is about information and education. My guest at 10:10 tomorrow will be Stacey Knight. Stacey Knight is one of the attorney in the case between Buchanan and Holness. That's Paul Buchanan and Andrew Holness for West Central St. Andrew. And what we want is to basically get the information out there as to how the process is, because a number of persons believe that if the court rules to say, listen, this should go to the election court, then it's over. No, it's a part of the process. I want to get Stacey outline everything there and give us the time frame that this could take. So it's about education, informing our people on that one. And also at 11:10, we will have spokesman, the man who I believe that is the guru and energy, not just in Jamaica, but in the Caribbean, Philip Fiane Paulwell. He will join me at 11:10 tomorrow to continue to talk about the situation with the JPS Co and the government, the loan, etc., etc. And let's just remind our people that when Philip was the Minister of Energy, Jamaica was paying 24 cents per kilowatt hour for electricity. Today, we're paying on the VAS and the JLP close to 50 US cents per kilowatt hour.
Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. Thank you, sir.
Respect, Joe.
Blessings. That was Conrad the Fireman O'Brien. Listeners and viewers, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. Thanks to Conrad, thanks to all the callers, all the people in the chat room. If you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, please subscribe, like and share and become an ambassador. Tomorrow evening, we're going to be with you at 5 o'clock, Tuesday evening at 5, Wednesday evening at 5. Do remember to join us. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet tomorrow evening for the Colin Bell Show. Check out that interview with Philip Paulwell. It's a must watch. And remember, the people of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, give them a light. Give them a solar light. Give them a light. Give them a solar light. Brighten up them life. One love, my people. Blessings.